Alright, welcome back to another league race. This
Vietnam.
time we're with TTML for the Sprint League, Week 2.
Okay, yes.
This is around Vietnam and China, so I've been putting this off for a long time. I've got like a bunch. This is the beginning of the shitstorm of races that has been the case.
Oh,
Starting out here, so I've been reluctant to do these, but I'm finally getting around to it because I've made my peace, I guess. But just shit shows all around. But let's start with this. This is one shot in Vietnam, pretty poor start, so they'll have no point showing the rest of it. And then qualified 7th, so hey, that was alright. Into the race, again 25%, 5 red lights, and away we go. So immediately, Joe comes across here. I was hoping to keep moving to this space on the outside, but when he moved in there, nothing I could really do about that. So we lose the position here initially to Silas. Not someone I want to be stuck behind, really, but we're going to try and make our way through this track. There's now, ever since this, I guess the one thing I could say about this race, me delaying this, is that the real Vietnam GP has been canned, which is hilarious. And I'm just laughing at the fact that Codemasters, I'm hoping they're so mad because they did all the work, quote, work, and now it's like this GP has just been stuck in the bin. So I'm laughing at that because Codemasters don't do any work as it is, and that's not entirely true, but it feels like that. So, anyways, we're going to try and get Silas here.
Oh, sorry. Did you get damage?
And going to try and nip to the inside on this big long back straight. It is a shame we didn't get to see what this track was actually like in real life. Maybe it could have been good, maybe, but oh well. I'm happy not knowing. I don't really care. Anyways, I'm going to try and hold this position. I'm going to dart to the right hand side just to try and keep it, but yeah. That's actually one of my favourite corners right there, to be fair, before we head into this S section. But nothing really doing on this first lap. We just got back to where we started.
so it looks like I'm starting
End
last.
of lap 2 is where the shit begins. I turn into that last corner, and to my horror, boom, we have wing damage. So, because I was running in this position, I was reluctant to change the wing, especially around the 25%. So, I think I ended up set my wing to change to no. Anyways, we're going to try and carry on because I think the leader, Cam, is going to have an accident here at the roundabout section. And there he goes. So now we get back. You're going to rejoin right here. And I was irked by that a bit, the positioning of his car, and then how it just perfectly kind of turned back around and he was fighting me. Just like I was like, oh, great, this is typical. So I was like, he didn't do anything really wrong here per se, but I was pretty mad in this moment. So I was like, well, I'm diving him and I don't really care. So we're going to go down the inside. There's a bit of understeer. You can see I go full lock, so like there is just legitimate understeer rather. So I was pretty pissed off, so I did not feel bad about that in the slightest. So that's a P6, but I do have wing damage, so it's going to be tough to hold this one off if he has a full wing himself. Lap 5, I decided to pit early. I think the lap was like lap 6 or 7. You could pit. Some people pitted already. I decided not to change the wing because I don't want to lose the track position. But how nice is my helmet, by the way? I realize this is this helmet, right? This helmet I'm using here. Is iteration. The first came out, it was glitch. It just turned. It was just white. So here we're going to pick it up. You can see at them behind. It was just white, so I couldn't actually see. Now that it actually works, and I've got this view, it's probably the nicest helmet in the game so far. And I like the different things you can do with it, but I think less is more. So using that white or / silver, and then your base color, I think is a really solid way to go with this helmet. So that's what we like. But what we don't like is seeing a car right behind me in the DRS zone with a long back straight. And I know we really want to use a ton of ERS here. I'm going to try use a bit, but there's not really much I can do about this. So we're going to it's going to happen. It goes down the inside. I'm going to try and go for a switchback. Get a nice little run up to second. Get on the power nice and a little easier than Etham. And I'm going to go around the outside here. Take the racing line. And leaving the space. Left that space there, but didn't go through it, so that's a nice overtake. Again, that's one of my I like that corner a lot. So, lap 7, there's a charging. The Ferrari's coming back, and then there's the charging Siege as well. So I'm kind of the sandwich here. hoping that my space is correct. They both go through. Again, we're going to try and take a wide line.
That's been killing him.
If possible. Again, a better run than an Ethem once again. So again, heading up to this drag race towards. Oh, there goes Cam. Drag race towards. I don't know what turn. I don't care what turn this is. Get the position back. So
fucking cocker talking off the fucking phone.
It's an eventful race so far, to say the least. But sadly, I don't know much I can do about this. I think if I didn't have the wing damage, maybe I could have held on. But alas, that was my mistake. So I'm still mad a bit because of that. Pretty pissed off. But at least we slip. He gets by there for 7th. I'm going to try and fight this again and get a good run. But I can't get enough of a good run this time. So that's going to be it for that. But I did stick with him. And DRS was mine to have once again. So again, I took a nice wide entry. And again, more confident on the throttle now. It's nice to see that I'm kind of getting the upper hand of some of these people on throttle, which has always been a concern for me on no traction. Even I've used no traction for well over a year now, but that's always a concern. But anyways, get through, and I was pretty happy about that. That was a nice move. So we're back in P7, see P6 now at this stage. So things are looking bad. Like, it's not been a very good race, but things aren't looking too bad, all things considered. However, as we begin lap 14, see Honey Badger 4.2 seconds behind on softs. Now, I know he was quicker. I knew he was quicker. I did not think... I was a little concerned, but I was conscious of... right around here, he's down to 3.4. So he's taken like 5/10 like out of, 2 corners. So at that point, I was beginning to get a little concerned that maybe he could catch me, but I was thinking, by the time he catches me, it will be a little too late. So again, we've still got only a 2-second advantage heading in towards Sector 3. So I'm thinking, okay, we could still maybe do this. I'm thinking, sure, there's no overtaking opportunities here to make this happen. So he's now within DRS, but we're in the last sector. The race is over at the front. So I'm thinking I should be good. He's going to have a much better advantage here. I do see him. I see him coming. So I go defensive to hold this line. I thought there wasn't enough room there, but the understeer just took me wide, and that just opened the door, and there goes Honey Badger. And I was furious about that. Absolutely furious that happened. I think I did everything right. I closed the door. I don't think the space was there, but the understeer, the way the car carried on, I think was what opened up the opportunity for the move at the end. So I was pretty pissed off about that. But still, it's P7 where we start, so I guess I can't complain too much about that, all things considered.
What the fuck?
There's China, one-shot qualifying in 5th place there, just behind Joe. So a decent qualifying spot. Now then, this race was very uneventful. I mean very uneventful. So 5 red lights. Away we go. It's a short run down to turn 1. We get a decent enough start. May's behind, and then Perpetuum as well. So Perpetuum's going to get a run here, but he's going to be stuck behind Joe, so I'm going to try and use the gap to the outside. I'll lose that position. I see Joe getting his drift on for all of that corner. And then just going around the outside. I should have the softs be better right now in 2 laps. Maybe not, but keep that place. And look, I know Perpetuum's quick. I know he's going to get this done eventually, whether it be on softs or on the mediums in the next few laps. So that really wasn't the issue. I'm not, you kind of know who you're fighting and who you're not. So, anyways, heading on to lap number, I think it's lap number 3 or 4. Lap 3. Me and Joe were kind of debating who was coming to the pits this lap. I think I was coming in this lap. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, there goes Perpetuum again. Not really. The medium tire is probably better at this stage, so not really going to fight that. There's no point. There's little to be gained by doing that. So that is going to be that. I think I'm going to pull into the pits. No, sorry, other way around. Joe pits this lap. I pit next lap. So yeah, here's lap 4. Then it's very boring. It's such a boring race.
Thank
this
God
one.
I avoided it all.
Just nothing happened. So that's the thing with some of these sprint races. Some of them are action packed, and some of them are just very, very uneventful. So, this is what happens sometimes when there's no safety car and there's no
I can make a good few positions.
accidents on lap 1 and such a wing whatever. This is kind of what happens. The field kind of spreads, and there's not really much you can do about it. And there you go. There's your race. Yeah, I used as much as I could there, but yeah. P6.
GG Graham goes full of points.
I don't know why I was 11 seconds behind Joe in the end. I think I don't know what happened. I don't think I was that much slower, but maybe something else happened. I don't know. Anyway, but that's where we were. Anyways, that's going to do it. Next up is Netherlands and what's the other track? We just did it. Spain. That's the one. So until
it's just wide.